My name is Joey Saavedra. I'm 21 years old and I lost 120 pounds in 1 year. After losing 120 pounds, everything that I knew about life to be true was absolutely shattered. Today I want to talk about my story and the things that I experienced that very few people will ever experience or understand in their entire life. But to give you some context and some background as to who I used to be, let me just explain how I was growing up. My parents were well off, they were together and everything was happy, everything was dandy. I just had an awesome life. There's really not much I can complain about. So starting out from the very beginning, I was always the chubby kid from the very beginning of elementary school all the way through junior high school. And then junior high school was kind of a weird period for me. I started gaining a little bit more weight. I didn't really care too much about what people thought about my weight. I didn't think too much about my weight, and that's really where the teasing and the bullying started to come in. Being bullied didn't really bother me all too much, and being teased about my weight, my friends would pick jokes on me and they would just use me as the scapegoat for any problems that they had. And it's really easy to be the butt of the joke when you're obviously the biggest person in the group or in your friend group or just at school walking around. So that made it a bit hard for me to want to go to school all the time showing my face. The reason I started gaining so much weight is because of football. Now, I played football for 14 years throughout my entire life, and I always wanted to keep getting bigger because I wanted to be the best there was on the field. Now, my skill set on the football field was extremely well, and it was extremely refined. And of course, the size of my body at the time was absolutely phenomenal for the sport that I was playing. I didn't think twice about my health. I didn't think twice about what I looked like or how I was off the field in the classroom when I was hanging out with my friends. I only cared about getting bigger and better for football so I could go into college, get a really good college education, and possibly go into the NFL. Now, that was my dream growing up for a lot of my childhood. And then going into high school is when I started to put on the real weight. So going into high school, I was about 200 to 210 pounds, and I was about 6 feet tall, so I wasn't too overweight, but I was still pretty chubby, and I knew that. But by the end of freshman year, because especially in high school football, those coaches will push you to put on as much weight as you can put on and get as big as you can so you can be the best for their team. And of course I wanted to do that because scouts were coming from a ton of D1 schools and I wanted to be the best there was on the field. Except when I was off the field, my other half of my life, when I was in class or hanging out with my friends, I was always the biggest person and I was very round. I had no definition. I didn't really think about myself and my appearance all too much because I was so focused on getting better at football. Because of that hindrance, because of that blindness, it really crippled my life outside of the football field. So all my friends continued to use me as the butt of the joke. I would never get picked first. I would always get picked last for any sports throughout my entire childhood. I was never chosen to be the team captain. Also, when it came to girls, I never had any chance with any girls. I was always the nice guy, and I just wanted to make friends with everybody. I was very naive and blissful. There was always a smile on my face. There was always something to smile about or laugh about. When it came to girls, none of them found me attractive, and they would always tell me things like, oh, looks don't matter, you know, this and that. It's all about personality, and just be yourself. And that never got me anywhere. And so it was really hard for me to go through high school watching all of my friends have girlfriends, be fit and do their thing with each other, because a lot of times they wouldn't invite me out to go hang out with them, either because they wanted to do some kind of sport that involved being very athletic, and so they just didn't want me to hinder that sport or, you know, just kind of be the buzzkill of the game, which I completely understand. And I don't think it's right, but you know, that really crushed my spirits all the time that my friends would hang out without me just because I was big. And I still really I wasn't too self-conscious about myself and my physical appearance and my health. I didn't really know how much I was missing out on until I lost 120 pounds. A ton of my friends and their parents and my relatives would usually put on fake smiles, just start conversations with me just to catch up, or you know, no one was really interested in what I was doing or what my life was about. And I was really disregarded in most situations, most social situations, just because I was big. So by the time the end of sophomore year rolled around, I was 16 years old, almost 300 pounds. And by the start of junior year, I was 315 pounds, which was my heaviest, and I was playing football. Our team was doing extremely well. I knew that this was like my shot, this was my one shot. But by the end of junior year, my heart fell out of football. I, for some reason, just didn't want to keep playing. I knew that if I was going to go into the collegiate level, I would have to have a heart for the game, and that just didn't exist anymore. Maybe I was just burned out, but I didn't want to continue playing. And so that's when things started to hit me, because I was used to living the way I was living, but I knew that if I didn't do something about my weight and my appearance, then my life would be absolutely horrible. I would continue living the way I was living, and no one wanted to hang out with me, and I would never have a girl or a real relationship, or at least girls that I would fantasize about, because it doesn't matter who you are. Like, everyone wants to fantasize at least about being with someone very attractive, you know, the girl of your dreams. So I started my weight loss journey senior year, and I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to get out of it. I just wanted to get healthy. I just knew that when I looked in the mirror, I wanted to see something attractive. I wanted to see someone very attractive. I wanted to see something I was proud of. And I, for once, wanted to be fit and look good. In my entire life, I just wanted to look good, because I had never experienced that before. I had never had compliments on being attractive. Girls were never into me. That really hurt me, like my heart on the inside, because I knew that I was better than that, and I was just such a great guy, and people were not accepting that. So after about a month, I lost about 10 to 20 pounds, and people started complimenting me, like a lot of people started recognizing and complimenting me, and I didn't really notice. I didn't pay attention to how much weight I was losing. I just was eating healthy, going to the gym every single day. I knew I had to get in there. I had one goal. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to lose a ton of weight so I could look as good as I can. But even as the weight started rolling off, I didn't really realize that I was losing weight until people started complimenting me, which felt really good, because I had never gotten that my entire life. So when friends and family friends started complimenting me and saying, hey, you know, like, you look really, you're looking thin, are you losing weight, and the same stuff like that, it really just showed that other people were recognizing the hard work that I was putting in. And I still didn't think I looked very attractive whatsoever. I mean, I was just under 300 pounds, but I knew that was like the spark that I needed to continue going. So I continued going, I continued doing my thing, and I started researching how to lose fat as precisely as possible, as quickly as possible, you know, while still being healthy, and cleaning up my nutrition and understanding macros and understanding everything that I needed to know to continue with my results in weight loss. And so 30, 40, 50 pounds rolling off, and a lot more people started complimenting me. They started saying things like, wow, you look absolutely amazing, like I almost didn't even recognize you, like how much have you lost? You probably lost like 50 or 60 pounds by now, and that felt absolutely amazing. And that really helped me continue to keep going, because I was putting in so much hard work, and nobody really recognized that until they recognized it. About a year later, after I started my weight loss journey, I had lost 100 pounds, and then it quickly rolled to 120 pounds, because I knew exactly what I was doing. I was more educated on what exactly to do to lose weight. My motivation was absolutely endless, because everybody started complimenting me, and then people that I knew from high school, my old friends that I didn't really hang out with all that much, would compliment me, and they would say, wow, I almost didn't even recognize you, like you look amazing. And people just started giving me so much appreciation and respect. Definitely respect. The thing that really like opened my eyes was the fact that everybody was treating me so much better. I mean, all around. Like my parents, my family, my brothers, all my friends, everyone in my entire life started treating me better. Even random people would look at me differently, and they would smile, or they would start conversations with me, which never happened before. And talking about girls, it's eye-opening to see how girls will treat you, even though you're the same exact person, and girls will tell you one thing to make you feel better when you're bigger, and they'll just straight up lie to you. And I think that was one of the big things that really shattered me, because girls now are very forthcoming about how attractive I am, and the physical aspects of me that makes me attractive to them. And so I never had that growing up. You know, it's only been a couple of years now, so I still haven't been able to get used to being attractive. And seeing how everybody treats me now, nobody obviously points out that I'm fat. Everybody, you know, praises me. I get a ton of praise from everybody around me. It really opened up my eyes, because it made me think, like, it put my mind into chaos. And I've been looking into Jordan Peterson a lot, and he talks about chaos, and how your mind can go into chaos after a breakup. And I was just thinking about that my mind went into chaos after I realized that everybody that I had ever known and everything that I thought to be true and how people thought of me was just completely false. And it was a mask, it was a face, it was a fake smile. That really set me back, because that just made me realize that even the people closest to you, if things come down to it, like, they won't be real with you. And it's probably not because they don't like you or they don't love you. It's probably because they love you that they don't want to hurt you. In the end, after losing 120 pounds and seeing how everybody just treats you completely differently, even though you're the same person, that really opened up my eyes to the entire world and everybody's. So for a while, I was pretty cynical and down about the world, and I looked at the world in a very negative view, until I realized that I had done something amazing for myself. And everybody around me continues to praise me for what I've done. So I realized that instead of looking down and looking at this as a bad moment, or realizing that everybody's just fake and bad, I can inspire other people who need the same opportunity that I had. And I know, even walking around out in public, I can see people who can experience the same thing that I experienced by even losing 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 pounds and just transforming their entire life. But after such a hard time of dealing with how people are in my own head, I realized that that's a very selfish way of going about life. And I used my story to deliver a new passion in my life. Because I had lost so much weight, I knew that I could use my story to inspire others to go through the same exact experience that I went through. Because you don't just lose weight. That's not the only thing that changes when you lose weight. Everything in your entire life changes. Everybody treats you differently. Everybody respects you differently. People want to be your friends. You're attractive to a ton of other people, and it just gives you much more power and influence in whatever social circle that you're in. And that's exactly why I started my YouTube channel, so I can get out into the world and share my experience and my story with other people who I know would benefit from going through the same exact experience that I went through. So if I can help even one person achieve their dreams and live a completely different life just because of my inspiration or the advice that I give them to help them, that would absolutely blow my mind. That would make me so happy. And I've already gotten a ton of people on my YouTube channel who have said that my advice helps them and they love watching my videos every day. And I am just astonished by the amount of people that actually watch my videos every day. Like, I love all of you guys. And ever since I started my YouTube channel and I was able to get so much feedback in just a short amount of time about the advice that I'm giving and how it's helping people, more than just one person, I knew that this is a part of my purpose. This is a part of the reason I'm here. Because initially I lost 120 pounds for myself because I wanted to look better. But it started to inspire everybody around me. And because it inspired other people around me, I knew I had to take it online to reach hundreds, thousands, or even millions of people and help them go through the same exact experience that I went through. Because I know I didn't have any inspiration like this when I started my weight loss journey. I didn't go online to look for any inspiration, but I knew that if I didn't wake up myself and I didn't see where I was headed, my life would have been completely different. And I'm just so happy that I made that change. My entire life has changed. Everything about my entire life course has changed because I decided to lose weight. But a message that I really want to get across to you right now, whether you need to lose weight or not, if you can do something to improve yourself, take every possibility to do what you can to improve yourself, because you have no idea what that could bring you in the future. I didn't think about a lot of these benefits that I got just because I decided to lose weight for myself. So look at the things in your life that are not perfect. Look at the things in your life that could use improving and fix those things. Do it not just for yourself, but potentially for other people. I'm very grateful that you watched this video and may have taken something away from this video. And if I can leave you with anything, just absolutely do whatever you can to improve yourself. So if you have never visited my channel before, I strongly encourage you to check out my channel, because I'm going to continue to post my advice, my tricks, and all my different tactics and all the knowledge in my head about weight loss and transforming and everything that I learned before and after my weight loss, so that you know what to expect, you know exactly what to do, and you know how to transform not just your body but your entire life. I hope to touch at least one person's heart from this video. And if you did get something away from this video, go ahead and comment down below. I want to read what you have to say. But Other than that, I wish all you guys the best of luck. Thank you for listening to my story, and as always, have a fantastic day.